Good afternoon. Here I am attempting to make a Facebook video. Something I never thought I would ever do. Something I never desired to ever do. Oh, looking into your own eyes, talking to yourself in the middle of an empty room is hard. But here I am. Because the world is changing. I would rather be leading a women's conference. And I had several of them on the calendar for the spring. And of course, they've all been moved to the fall. Change is hard. But I wanted to find a way to encourage you during this time. And this is one of the ways that's available to us right now. And so I'm attempting to learn how. Change is hard. For some of you, you are learning how to homeschool your children for the very first time, and you don't know what you're doing. And you're trying to attempt to convince your children you do know what you're doing. Some of you are school teachers, and you're learning so many new methods and trying to figure out how to teach your children when they're not in the four walls of your classroom with you, and trying to figure out how to motivate them when you can't interact with them in the same ways anymore. And some of you have been sent home to work, and your spouse is there too. And this is way more time than you spent together in a really long time, and you don't know what to do with that. Change is hard. Some of you are working really long hours and are working harder than you ever have before. You're working for the supply chain. They're keeping all of us from being too scared. Or maybe we're just too scared and we've made your job hard. And some of you are working in the health industry. Everything is different. The protocols are different. The rules are different. And you're trying to figure out how to help. And you're trying to figure out how to keep your family safe when you come back home from being exposed. May God protect you. Change is hard. And some of you have paid the ultimate price with this virus, and you've lost someone you care deeply about. And that change can be debilitating. Change is so hard. Some of you are just thinking, oh, it's no big deal. And in a few weeks, we'll all be back to life the way it's always been. But I'm just going to tell you that we never go back to who we were. When change is this dramatic, it permanently changes us in some way. And so that's the ultimate question. What are you going to allow God to change in your life through this experience? What good can He bring about in your life through all this change? Because it's up to us. God will never waste anything. He is always willing to use anything in our lives for His glory and for our good if we allow Him to do so. So it's up to us to not become bitter and to not become complacent and to not become angry. Instead, to have a willing heart, a joyful heart, looking to see what God might change in our attitudes and our actions, in just the way we do things. Is there new ways that we can help others, that we can interact with others? Will you let God bring about change in your life that is good through this massive change? It's all up to you. He's ready and willing. What will you do?